Thank you. I'm really interested in learning more about how to have the most exhilarating experience in athletics and in my body in terms of relating to my cells. I heard you say something really exciting recently. Sorry, I'm really excited. You were saying that most human beings respond to how their bodies feel, and that we have so much more capacity to tell our bodies, talk to ourselves, connect, and let them know how we want them to feel. And I really am interested in like a higher, deeper, more exhilarating co-creation with the cells, the consciousness of the cells in my body.
Well, we think that's a really good idea, and we know that you will like it as you accomplish it consciously and deliberately. But there's something a little bit backwards in the way you presented the question to us, and so we want to straighten that around, and then off we'll go. And that is, well, you're talking about talking to your cells. We just want you to understand that if you can think not about instructing your cells, but about taking instruction from them. It's not so much about what you're telling them as about what they're telling you, because they are consciousness who is in direct conversation with your source energy. And it is to the degree that you are worrying about things and blocking that communication that makes you then not understand. So the more you are reaching for thoughts that feel good, and the more that you are finding thoughts that feel good, the more rampages of appreciation and lists of positive aspects, the more that that is just a natural, easy way for you to feel as you begin each day, then the less you will be blocking the communication between your cells and their source. Now, we don't want to separate you from your cells, and we certainly don't want to separate you from your source, but we do want to tell the story in this way. Your source has direct conversation and communication with your cells. And if you aren't in the way, it will go really, really well. So your cells are giving you communication all the time in forms of impulses, in forms of craving. But most humans are not allowing their cells to let them know what they need, because you stupid cell, there's far too many carbs in that thing that you're making me crave than in what I want. And so I'm going to override your request and not give you what you're asking for, because I'm responding to something outside of me rather than something inside of me. So you're understanding clearly. Your cells know what to do. They are brilliant genius. Your body is a veritable chemical factory. It is in concert with itself. Think about the forming of the body. Do you realize that not that long ago you were just like a little smear on a petri dish? And out of that little smear, here you are. Don't you find that amazing? That each part of the little smear knew what it was supposed to do in order to turn out the way you are? Don't you find that just amazing? That's intelligence and consciousness that's going on between source and cells that you don't need to get actively involved in, but you do want to trust the knowledge of these cells, these intelligent cells, and trust the knowledge of the source within you. And then you do your work, what is your work all day long, which is to get feeling as good as you can about anything that you can feel good about, and then follow the impulses that come. And it is our promise to you that you'll be on a path of good feeling, energizing, good feeding, good fueling beingness. Yeah.
And in athletics, in sports.
We're surprised that any of you, we're interrupting you, but we just want to stick this in. We're surprised any of you can find anything to eat, because you've read something about everything that makes it inappropriate for you to eat. And so you do the majority of your eating in turmoil. So you say, all right, cells, see if you can get anything good out of this. I've got you as blocked off as I possibly can, because I'm on a path of deprivation this morning.
So in that moment when you're eating, and obviously in between, the cells are working all the time.
But even before that, even before the impulse to eat comes, if you can have prepared your grid, do that work and then follow the impulse. Yes.
Okay, got it. When I want to go.
Then when the grid and then when the grid fills in with an impulse, and the impulse feels good as it comes and as you follow through with it, that's your evidence. I prepared the grid. I prepared my culture, my atmosphere, my climate. I did the work. I did the only work that mattered. I've been doing it for a while, so it's easy. And now the impulses are flowing to me. And the recognition that you will have as your cells participate in jubilation with you, that will translate in the form of clarity, in the form of vitality, in the form of energy, in the form of physical well-being, in the form of sleeping well. Oh, there will be so much evidence of the alignment that you have found. But you have to be willing to find the alignment. It's like $100,000 in debt, $100,000 in the black is what you're looking for. Probably not going to happen today, just like you'd like it to, but you can feel well-being. You can feel ease. And so that's what you're shooting for with anything. You're looking for the feeling of ease first, trusting that the impulse will come that will continue to bring you the evidence that you're looking for, that is more striking evidence that then others can see and hear and smell and taste and touch.
Awesome. You answered everything I had on that. And you just hit on the other thing that I was curious about. This idea of reality and vibrational reality versus the reality that we interpret with our five senses. I'm really interested in, I'm clear that I have my own internal dialogue that's going on in my head, my own personal reality, and I know everyone has that. By the time I have become a vibrational match to something that's in my vortex, so much so that others can see it, is it that I have now become a vibrational match for the them that also sees it?
Yes, in part. But this is the most important thing. Long before you became that which others could see, you had that vibration going on. And them seeing it just means it was going on long enough that you got enough momentum going that it became obvious to everyone. In other words, that's that birth that we were talking about earlier. And we know sometimes these conversations are not very satisfying to you because you say, well, rah, 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 vibrational reality. I want the money in my bank where I can spend it. I want the experiences. And we say, it has to be enough for you for a while. If you are looking for the evidence of your vibrational accomplishment in the form of emotion and finding it, and you are willing to continue to be pleased with the emotional evidence for a while, the rest of the evidence in every manner that you're speaking of will come to you. But if you get to that place where you say the emotional evidence is not enough, it's not enough for me to just feel optimistic or happy about this or trusting, I can no longer hold myself there, then we say the momentum will slip away from you. You see, it is a progressive thing. So it's really worth hanging in there and feeling good for no logical reason until the reason shows up. That really is what we're talking about. Something more?
That's it. Thank you so much.
So sometimes you begin your day much as you ended the last day. But if we were standing in your physical shoes, when we would awaken, we would acknowledge, oh, fresh start. I can push the reset button. I have complete control over my point of attraction right here, right now. And I will look for things that feel good, no matter how far into my past I have to dig. I will look for things, no matter how sifting I have to become, because I understand we're speaking for you. I understand that what I think and what I feel equals my point of attraction. And what I allow or disallow from this magnificent vibrational reality that I have crafted is completely dependent, contingent upon what I do right here, right now in preparing my point of attraction. So as we've been talking to Esther about this point of attraction, she is reaching for the best word to describe it. For a while, we called it the grid, sort of like this framework that would fill in with details, like the frame of your house, and then it fills in with all of the other beautiful things. So there is this vibrational grid that you establish. She found words like climate, this atmosphere, this environment. It's like the petri dish that the scientists so carefully prepare so that they can grow exactly what they intend to grow in their scientific experiment. This is what you are wanting to do. You're wanting to understand you have a point of attraction, and we love you so much You know what's coming next. You haven't been tending to your point of attraction all that well. Because instead of setting your own tone, establishing your own vibrational circuitry, instead of deciding how you want to feel and harmonizing with the energy that creates worlds, that makes you all powerful, do you know what it's like when you tap in, tune in to the energy that creates worlds? You are more powerful than millions who are not, you see. And so, doing a sales job here. We just don't think that if we were standing in your physical shoes, that we would ever think that it would be a very good idea to respond to other things that other people are doing and use that as our basis for attracting everything that comes to us. We would do it on purpose. We would say, world out there and people of the world, I love you very much and you got a lot going on, but these are the things I choose for me today. I want to appreciate where I go. I want to feel good. I want to bless this planet and all that it is. I want to feel good in my body and appreciation for it. And I'm going to practice myself in to those vibrational frequencies. And then here's the best part. Then you get to be those sitting on the front row of your own manifestations. You get to see the results of the climate that you have deliberately prepared. And another thing that's wonderful is that the first day when you wake up, oh, I'm awake. I'm going to think my thoughts on purpose. You might not make it till breakfast or to teeth brushing. You might not make it far, but if you'll again do it tomorrow and again do it tomorrow and again do it tomorrow, a week or two or three or four in, you will have substantially changed your point of attraction. And the evidence as things flow from your vortex into your realization, first in the form of emotion, and next in the form of clear thought, and next in the form of rendezvousing with this one and this one and this one. Life is supposed to be really, 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 really fun for you. And unless you are in the driver's seat of your own life, it isn't, you see. So now you know everything we know. We've enjoyed this interaction immensely. We hope you have a really good day. We are eager to talk with you about anything that matters to you. There is nothing that is off limits. You will notice right from the first person who we play with that it is our dominant intent to help you find a vibrational point of attraction that will serve you. That will serve you. So we are not really good sounding boards, not for long, other than maybe just establishing the point of the conversation about what's going wrong. Because we see no value in helping you to describe in any detail an event, an experience, opportunity that has not yet shown up in the way you want it to, and hold the vibration of why you don't want the rain active in your vibration. We want to talk about why you want the rain. We want to talk about why you want the gig, why you want the job, why you want the lover, why you want the fun, why you want the clarity, why you want whatever it is that you want. Because whatever it is that you want is a wonderful thing. You've crafted it out of what you've lived, and it's valid, and it is a reality, and it is a vibrational reality, and it is ready to pop for you. You've just got to find resonance with it. And that's what we're all about here. So let's go find some resonance. We think this is a really good time for a segment of refreshment. We want to just recap something so that you're feeling it fully. We want you to find and feel and practice the full resonance of this. There's nothing serious going on here. And there isn't anything that we know that you don't innately know. And it's not a difficult thing for you to feel around and find resonance with who you truly are. The source within you has always been present. In this forum, we're making it a little easier for you to find it, but it's always been going on. You understand this. And in the days that follow, you're going to have so much evidence of the resonance that you found here that you're going to know for sure that you understand this. Then it's just about practicing it. It's about caring about how you feel and finding the frequency that feels good and practicing it until you own it constantly. Good time for a segment of refreshment.